Listen, if you're looking for the best data removal service in 2026 and you just want the short answer, Incogni is our top pick for overall value. It strikes the balance between price, massive broker coverage, and verified results. Now, if you're serious about precision and you need to see literal proof through screenshots, you'll want to look at Optery. And if you want a human expert model because you're dealing with a specific high-risk situation, DeleteMe is the veteran in the space. The problem, data brokers, and the trap. Now, here's a problem nobody talks about. Most people think that data removal is a one-time cleanup. It's not. Today, we're living in a profile re-entry loop. These data brokers, the parasites of the internet, scrape your info, you get it removed, and then a month later, they re-find you and put your home address right back up for sale. In this video, I'm going to break down the big services side by side. I've tested them all, and I'll show you what's the best data removal service for you. It depends entirely on whether you want fast automation, human oversight, or a full security suite. Section 1. Why your data is a target. Why are we even here? Well, right now, hundreds of companies you've never heard of are trading your PII. That stands for Personally Identifiable Information. Now, we're talking about your home address, your phone number, and your shopping habits, and even your medical history. These data brokers are legal, registered businesses. They build a massive profile on you and sell it to anyone with a credit card. Marketers, insurance companies, or even scammers looking for a target. This is how you end up with those annoying unknown caller spam calls or targeted phishing emails that seem way too specific. Now, in more serious cases, this data is used to intimidate or even bring real harm to people. If someone wants to find out where you live in 30 seconds, well, they can, unless you're using professional data broker removal services to stay off these lists. Section 2. Incogni Deep Dive, the Value King. Let's talk about our top pick, Incogni. If you've heard of Surfshark or NordVPN, you already know the team behind it. Here's how it works. You authorize Incogni to act as your legal proxy. They use laws like the GDPR, CCPA, and PIPEDA to send official automated deletion requests on your behalf. Because these are legal requests, brokers have to comply, usually within 45 days. Why do I like it? Well, coverage. It targets over 420 data brokers and people search sites, which is among the highest in the industry. Automation. It is a set and forget system. It resends requests every 60 to 90 days to make sure that your profile re-entry we talked about doesn't happen. Verified trust. This is huge. Incogni is the only service in the space to undergo an independent limited assurance audit by Deloitte. They verify that Incogni is sending and tracking the requests it says it is. Reputation. They currently hold a 4.4 out of 5 average rating on Trustpilot, which is excellent for a privacy service. The bonus. On their unlimited plan, you get custom removals. This means if you find your data on a random site they don't cover, you just send them the URL and their team handles it manually. This feature effectively expands your protection to over 3,000 additional sites, which is a massive leap over the standard automated lists. Incogni is also an Editor's Choice winner on both PC Mag and PC World, which is a high bar for a tool at this price point. Now, if you've decided that Incogni is the right move for your privacy, you can use my affiliate link down in the description to get 60% off an annual plan. Using that link helps support the channel at no extra cost to you, and it ensures you get a special deal you wouldn't find by going directly to their website. With that settled, let's look at how Incogni actually stacks up against the other heavy hitters in the industry. Section 3. The Contenders, Comparisons, and Reach. Alright, so how does Incogni compare to other data removal services? Let's look at the heavy hitters. Incogni versus DeleteMe. DeleteMe is the veteran, but the approach is totally different. While Incogni uses fast automation, DeleteMe uses a human expert model. It's slower and pricier, around $129 a year compared to Incogni's $95 a year. Incogni versus Optery. If you're a numbers chaser, you will like Optery. They are the gold standard for proof. They send you screenshots of your data being deleted before and after. Their top-tier Ultimate plan covers 640 sites, but it will cost you about $249 a year. While Optery has impressive automated numbers, Incogni reaches 420 brokers automatically. And with the unlimited plan, Incogni scans the broad web to find your exposures wherever they may be. Because of that global reach and more affordable family plans, Incogni usually wins the Incogni versus Optery matchup for most users. Incogni versus Kanary. Kanary is a great choice if you want to try before you buy their 14-day free trial. They're currently transitioning toward a mobile-first experience. However, while Kanary has expanded to include the UK, it still primarily focuses on the US market. Now, comparing that to Incogni, which offers much broader international coverage across the US, UK, Canada, and the EU. Incogni versus Onerep. When we evaluate Incogni versus Onerep, the biggest factor is global reach. Unlike Kanary, Onerep is strictly US only. It handles removals from about 230 sites, but if you live outside the US, Onerep simply isn't an option, making Incogni the clear global choice. Incogni versus Aura. Aura is a security suite that happens to include data removal. It bundles this with a VPN, antivirus, and a $1 million in identity theft insurance. The catch? Well, because Aura is a generalist, its data broker list is smaller, around 140 to 200 sites compared to Incogni's 420. Ultimately, you should choose a specialist like Incogni if your primary goal is the deepest possible digital footprint reduction. Whereas a security bundle like Aura makes more sense if you're starting your digital safety stack from scratch and need the included identity theft insurance. Section 4. Addressing your privacy concerns. I see these questions in the comments all the time, so let's address the trust factor directly. Is it safe to give my SSN to these services? I get the irony, giving sensitive info to a privacy service. But here's the helpful peer truth. Brokers use your SSN or date of birth to distinguish you from someone with the same name. If you have a common name, these services need that data to make sure they aren't accidentally deleting your neighbor's profile instead of yours. Is Aura a Chinese company? There's common misinformation here. Aura is a US-based company headquartered in Boston. Their team is US-based and highly vetted. Do these services actually work? Yes, but don't expect instant invisibility. You will see the best results after the first 45 to 60 days once the broker's legal response window closes. Section 5. Free and DIY alternatives. Can I remove my info from data brokers myself? Technically, yes. You have the legal right to do it for free. You can use tools like Consumer Reports Permission Slip or Google's Results Above You to start. But here's a reality check. I've tried the DIY routes. A typical scan finds your PII on 90+ websites. Manually filing those requests would take you at least 8 to 12 hours, and you have to redo it every few months when the data reappears. Incogni essentially costs about $7.99 a month on the annual plan. Now, ask yourself, is your entire weekend worth more than $8? The verdicts. Which should you choose? So, what are the best broker removal services? Here is the final verdict. The overall winner, Incogni. It's the most affordable, has a massive 420+ broker reach, and it is the only one with that Deloitte verification. It's the gold standard for 2026. Best for families. Incogni's family plan. It covers up to 5 people for about $191 a year. For comparison, DeleteMe's family plan is a whopping $329 a year. Best for precision. Optery, if you need those screenshots as proof. Best for full protection. The Surfshark One Plus bundle. If you already need a VPN and antivirus, bundling Incogni into it is a massive money saver. So, how much does it cost to remove your information from the internet? Well, it's essentially the price of a couple of coffees a month to reclaim your privacy. So, if you found this video helpful and are ready to try Incogni, remember to use my affiliate link down in the description to grab that 60% discount. It really helps the channel keep producing videos like this at no extra cost to you. And since they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's literally no risk in trying it out. Drop a comment below, run the free scan, and tell me, how many brokers actually had your info? I bet it's higher than you expect. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.